She's live. Hashtag heroes. This is the first ever podcast inside the new studio. I'm absolutely buzzing. And also, do you know what? I'll say this. It's kind of ironic that the first episode we're doing is on 9/11 with the human 9/11.
Yeah, well, you know, I like to commemorate. It's felt a bit like that over the past week or so. I'm just saying to you there before we started, just let me look the thing. This is like the closest I'll ever get to being on the Enterprise. Do you know what I mean? It's quite an impressive set. I don't know if people can actually see. I don't think the full glory of what you've achieved here is possible until you come in and actually experience it and sit in it. Because I'd seen what you had done, and then I've walked in genuinely blown away, man. It's brilliant.
It's Now, here's the other thing as well. I'm going to have to figure this out, because if the auto button is pressed, and I assume it is doing the cuts as we speak.
I mean, who knows? This is the experimenty.
At this point, who knows?
This is the experiment, but it's hard to look at you because I just want to look at the fancy.
Yeah, if let me just press the auto button again, and I don't know if that is doing anything or no.
Nothing, literally nothing has happened.
Nothing has
you
changed.
Press that. So
I assume that we're good to go.
Are we even recording?
Oh no, we're recording.
Or is this live streaming?
Oh, it's happening. It's happening. But whether or not we should jump between the buttons is that's the problem.
Look at that transition there.
It's
Do
beautiful,
that
isn't it?
Do that again.
I mean, what I'll do is I'll cut back to now, heroes. For those of you who are watching, this may be slightly uncomfortable in your ears, but we are just like two young boys with a new toy. We're messing about with the buttons here, so we can cut quickly between. Look at that, and then if you want to a wide shot,
look at the clarity there.
It's beautiful. It really is. I mean, seamless. We probably do need. I mean, we've got 3 cameras at the moment. You know, camera 1, hello there. Camera 2, good morning. Camera 3.
How are we?
But I mean, arguably we could have 4, 5, and 6. I don't know where those cameras would be.
Well, we've discussed that hostage cam. Do you know what I mean? We capture somebody, build it in the corner there, just put a wee box, and every now and then we can just cut to whoever it is in there. Let's see how the hostage is getting on. Do you know what I mean?
Below, on the ground floor of this building, is a guy who is what would you call him? A mental health. Come to me
Victim.
and I'll fucking come to me and I'll help you. I'll help you change your life. One of the guys, right? I'll give you a mental health awareness course, and right, like, you know, let's go fucking cold water ducking and write down 10 goals you want to achieve.
Wow.
On the first floor,
how innovative.
On the first floor, it's a yoga studio, and then upstairs, top floor, is hashtag HQ, and my lovely wife, who is just through the door behind us in her own studio, dishing out hand jobs. So maybe we could set up a camera in the yoga studio and just cut between that.
I'm sure the yoga studio would be fine with that, especially during pensioners week. Do you know what I mean?
I've actually yet to see people. Well, that's not true. I did come in a Sunday morning. There was a lot of pregnant women coming out of a yoga class. Did they do the pet thing? Because I'd be interested in that. No, but that's the only way I would go to yoga. If it was like puppies or goats. Seen the one with the goats?
Goat yoga,
where there's just goats climbing about them.
Sorry, I need to put my seat down. That's what's going to happen.
Just you go ahead. Oh no! See, no, we should have cut for that. But you make yourself comfortable.
Well, what I've done now is I've got because as you did explain when we came in, the setup that you've got is you haven't scrimped on the technical wizardry.
I haven't.
But the chairs are for the pound shop.
The chairs are generally the cheapest thing in this whole studio.
They feel like it.
I'm not going to lie. So the first upgrade probably has to be
chairs. I'm looking around and I have to say you should be proud of yourself. And I sent you a wee message after you had put the video out because I did say I was very proud of you and I think you've done well. But I'm really impressed, man. What's going to happen?
Mate.
What are we going up to? What's the shenanigans?
What are we going to do? Right, now before we get into
hostage corner. Let's cut to hostage corner.
I don't know if this is what, although this is so. I mean, see, we were so professional, now we're so unprofessional.
Well,
I don't know.
What I can see on the big main screen is still the two of us. Just
no, I don't know if it would cut on that to show us what's happening, or if it would just cut on this. I don't know.
We will find out. We'll find out. So we'll just roll and see what.
Before we actually get into an episode, because this is still just a preamble.
This might not even go.
Can I show you what I've got here? No, off camera, the heroes can't see this one, but that's my camera. Off camera, we have got, and I probably should do a video going around and showing everybody everything.
I think you
showing
should definitely do a walkthrough with a camera, definitely, because there's more going on than you can see on this.
Because I've obviously been in here when this was sky blue, right, with a massive skylight, natural sunlight coming in. It doesn't feel, I see all the wee imperfections because I've obviously done this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the missus has painted it, but I've put the desk in and put all this up, and it was different because I used to have it against that wall and the light was fucked, and it was and then my mate Amy was like, you need to move it back and get the light above you, and it's all fixed. But we've got the equipment in, so once we get used to it and once we know what's happening, it's going to be dynamite, right? But
do my close up. Just give me one more and I'll stop it. What's my one? That one? That one, yeah.
No, that's you there,
That's me, yeah.
straight ahead. You're loving that, aren't you? You're absolutely loving the close-up.
Listen,
Right,
if I was going to be famous, I would have been famous for all the shit I've done. This is as close to it. Let me milk it.
So, over time, we will be able to add things into this, right? But I just wanted to give you a wee taste of what we can do, because we've got pads here. I don't know, I think that's called pads.
Aye, well,
And we can add stuff in.
I suppose they are.
So, you're right. No,
Aye.
we need to get a jingle, right? We've been through this.
We've talked about this.
We need to get a jingle for the show, for an intro and an outro, so we can load that in and play it. That's what we really need to get. But for now, just to give you an idea of what it might be, we would say, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the hashtag show. Let's get the party started.
Over away.
That's I mean, that's,
by the way.
do you know what I mean? No, at that point you start, and we could just fade it down.
Fade her down.
Right, fade her down.
Aye.
Completely down, right?
I'm
and a wee bit of chat, and then maybe you just bring it back in again. I think that's brilliant.
I'm going to need a level of control of that when we're I'm going to need a level of control there. I can't not be holding the sliders.
Are you telling me that you want me to move this over so that the music side
it's
is
going to
on
need
your
to be.
side?
I might need to have something to do with that.
So you can just
Or
bring
am I-
that in whenever you want. Oh, it's that wee kid at the start. It just
You've got to hang it down when you're talking, right?
right. You want
See,
to bring it down?
I need it. Right, down. Right.
So you want to go like what?
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
Hi. And on today's show, ladies and guys, we've got a few things coming up. You let it go for a wee bit. Let it go. We're going to see how the Japanese prisoner war's getting on in the corner. Laura's wank jobs at 4:15. Do you know what I mean? They just kind of let it
so,
relax.
it's like
So I'm going to... But I
drive
need...
time radio.
Aye.
Right, okay.
Imagine if fucking Miles in here. I can feel him. I can literally feel his fucking... I'm turning. And he's fucking... If he wasn't a grave, he'd be turning in it.
I do need to reposition it so you've got control over the
I need to have an element of control of that.
the music side of it.
Otherwise, what's the
I can
point
do
in
the video. Now, again, just let me briefly talk you through what else I've got, right?
This is the most self-indulgent chat we've ever had.
Aye.
Just, aye.
But it's great. What about this?
Well,
The classic, right? The absolute classic for when somebody doesn't like.
how much did you spend doing this studio?
1,000. Can I interest you in a wee rim shot? It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
What else we got?
Let me tell you through it. I need to also maybe write this down so I don't keep lining up. We've got chimes.
Fucking $8,000 in 3 months of solid graft for a fucking bottom.
Or when something goes well.
That's good.
I mean, it's got it all. Do you know what I mean? They put a man on the moon, apparently.
Fucking Tommy, my first podcast studio.
That's exactly what it's like.
Aye. Is that the one that you put in?
No, that's the one that's already done as well.
That's the one that when I was... That's the very sound of... when I finished my songs in the Welsh bar.
Is
up
that
the strip,
Oh my god!
which we'll get to. So
We will get to. Don't worry. So we've got
that.
various sounds, right? And whenever you want, we can go back to. It's drive time. Get your evening started. Community Radio 105.6. That's exactly what it's like. So we've got that, right? We've also got, if at any point somebody says something that's a bit controversial, we can censor them, right? So if you go, no, what it does is
that actually cutting
it actually cuts the mic. So on one, sorry, just got a tirade of profanity.
I can't believe that. You're definitely going to cut because this is going to be. Is it going to cut?
It'll cut, right?
Fuck, I'm trusting you, man.
Now, don't say the N word and we'll be alright because it doesn't filter that. Because remember, Rhodes an Australian company and the Aussies love it.
I'm really trusting you because
a gentle R will be fine, but a hard N will be fine. Right, ready? On 3, 2, 1, go. That is hours of fun, man. To see if you can beat I wonder if you can sneak up on it. You dirty fucking sand shoe wearing fucking fucking. That's hours of fun. That is absolutely hours of fun right there. This was worth putting myself in thousands of pounds worth of debt just to have that. I didn't actually realise it cuts the mic. I thought it just beeped. That's beautiful. We've got one called ducking. Whatever that is. I don't know what that does. Don't know. And then,
maybe, I don't know. Like,
what the other thing we can do is, this is the stuff I'd pressed the other day and thought I'd broke it, where we can.
Hello. Sound like, it's a...
So it can change your pitch. It doesn't seem to do it for you. It almost seems to be doing it for me.
It's not quite...
Why don't you take off your trousers, Ross, and step inside my dungeon?
Or, if you prefer, I could be a little bit more playful. I could say... Step inside the eye of your mind. Don't you know you might find she's never gonna get any clients coming in here at this time. Oh.
And back to normal. And we're back to the... This is brilliant. Oh my God. What else we got? We got that one. If you don't jump, step away from the edge. Megaphone.
And then we've got this one, which is, again, I'm at the bottom of the dick well.
That's shite. That's shite.
I think that's my favourite. I think that is my favourite. If I was back in the day and I was like, Sandra, your fucking tights in the washing, you dirty bitch.
Hours of fun. Absolute fucking hours of fun. Still don't know if this is doing the auto cuts. Who knows at this point?
I hope that it's actually... I hope it is doing what we're hearing, because if it's not...
Well, the best thing is, we're not here. We've actually died. This is just another room within the fucking sonosphere that we're moving through. But that was, again, it doesn't matter if none of this works. All the money that I've spent,
it's worth it just for that.
It's worth it just for that.
Just for that, the last couple of minutes there.
Just
money
for that
well spent.
Do you know the one thing that I didn't need to spend any money on is any of the furniture, all free on Facebook Marketplace. Aye.
Free furniture?
Other than the table. I had to buy the table.
So did you just need to collect it?
Went on Facebook to collect it, and Many a story. Many a story behind each of these pieces.
That's quite a... You've
The
managed
one-
to get 2 matching chairs as well. I thought this was specifically procured, bought at auction.
Right, so you think I've gone in and give me the Fisher Price
Mm-hmm.
starter pack?
Aye.
No. I want it to look like a Masonic brothel.
Well, you're almost there.
That's the look I've went for.
You are. You're kind of getting.
I must-
Kind of get. Do you know what? I always had a wee look around your trophy cabinet earlier on. What the heroes will not be seeing. You could do studio tours, man. You could like 50 pence a tour. Do you know what I mean? And then out. Because walking around it's like walking around a museum.
I suppose
See,
you could
see that wee cabinet? It's like if you're a hero, you're going to really want to spend a wee bit of time. You should have wee plaques underneath.
Yep, what it is.
Because you've got the entire old studio on a shelf over there.
Yep. Well,
Like,
I've
it's
got
the size of my fist.
the reason I've got the recorder in there because that is
Okay, so this breaks. We just plug into that.
well, but also that is the recorder that was like from episode 60 through to the very last episode of Edwin Mal. That was on that recorder. That's what we used.
Over when you did it during like
Aye, on the
lockdown
Zoom.
and that. Aye.
Then I've got a wee.
Is it still on it? Is they still all recorded on that?
Aye, well, not on it, but on various fucking what they called memory cards. I was going to say floppy disk. I was like, what the fuck? What I talking about?
I
But
was going to say floppy disks.
That definitely need to move that over.
I also need DFX. I can't just.
You do, aye.
I need something.
You do. We need to get you buttons. So that you
Imagine
can be
we-
involved.
Aye, I need to control that or I'll fucking have a panic
I
attack.
can see you now
I'm itching to
edging closer.
But no, I like looking at the shelves over there with all the wee bits and bobs on them. That's brilliant. I see you've got is that like a wee miniature Bible or is that a story, a parable and a wee like?
It's a wee miniature Bible.
Is it a full
Um,
Bible?
I think so. I don't know. And I've got a wee cross, but that is from the discussions that we've been having about my new show for next year.
Yes.
Which will be under wraps.
Are you keeping that under wraps?
Yes. Because I think that's going to, I'm thinking about getting some of them for dishing out.
Aye, good idea.
What
I will say, I've had Scott has given me some insight into what he's thinking about next year for a show, which I'll be helping him out with. It's very much his show. Don't worry about that. But it has. What can we say? What can I say? It's going to be good if we pull it off.
we're definitely going to pull it
Or
off.
it'll be mega. It's a quite an ambitious, unique comedy show.
See, this is the thing. I don't even know if it is comedy. It's more cathartic. Is that the word?
Aye, it's definitely.
It's a show in the sense of like I think you would go to the theatre to see it.
yeah.
It's not a like I don't want to give too much away, but what I will say is I want it to be as soon as you arrive and hand your ticket over, the show begins.
Yes.
And that's the only. Is it an immersive experience?
Yes,
Is that what they call it?
absolutely, 100%. I think it's a great idea. I'm looking forward to sharing with everybody, and
So-
so it'll be a wee while. It's quite a bit of work.
I'm hoping that it'll maybe be November next year. That's what I think. At the end of next year, I think we could aim for getting it together for that. Just because there's gonna be so many moving parts, so many moving parts.
I mean, it's not going to make any money.
Oh
as
no,
we've already
no.
discussed. But
like I said,
but,
to
you know,
you when we were talking about it, like if what I can make pays for the night,
all we need is 250 grand
that's it.
per hero up front.
Quarter of a mil
Aye.
cash.
So,
Aye, because they fucking Somalian pirates ain't cheap. Let me tell you that much.
send us your.
Send us your Venmo, as the Americans say. So I've got a wee on this side. I've got a Techno Viking, which was sent to me by a hero, and I will need to I'll put the address out so that heroes can send me some other bits and pieces if you want to see it featured in the studio.
Good idea.
And
Because
then-
there is a wee bit of wall space we were talking
There is,
about.
aye, and there's some desk space as well. Top shelf. The can that's on there. Do you know what film that's from?
Is that from Jurassic Park?
That's from Jurassic
Obviously, I knew that. But
wait,
has
actually,
it got
hold on.
Does
I
it
get
do the thing?
Hold on. I'll break the fourth wall. We'll go and get it.
Right. I'll just become very uncomfortable and try and kill a bit of time while you're collecting a small can of shaving foam from a cupboard. Now, for those of you that have seen Jurassic Park, as you might know, I'm quite a bit of a film guy, so there is a scene where the boy transports the miniature dinosaur embryos in a can of shaving foam, and it unclicks from the bottom. And I'm about to see if this can of shaving foam, it does indeed. Oh, look at that, man! Oh shit, it's all fell apart.
Sorry,
But that's brilliant.
Well,
It's fell
I
to
thought, do you know what you could do? You could fill.
bits. Where did you get that from?
Temu.
Right.
Where you get everything from. I was sitting one night just
Brilliant.
like and I'm going, yeah, you could put stuff in that. You could fill that with fucking Steven.
Kid foot.
See,
I
this
need
is-
control of the buttons, I need the buttons,
can
man.
see you. I can see you reaching.
That
for
could
it.
be that could be a game changer for me.
It could be, and I think it will. But I think you'll appreciate that.
We
because
could. Hey, let's make this the most. You know how everybody's
I
talking
don't
about.
think the bottoms. It kind of.
Actually, right. You know how everybody says like, "Oh, I know, we're against censorship and all that." Let's go pro censorship. Let's be the most censored show on the internet.
Do you
the
think-
most conservative censored show on your telly. Just bleeping everything out.
So from like as soon as we start, just say like, "Hello, welcome to the Hashtag Show." Then straight into you fucking shot him. The shot and the two. This needs to happen.
Aye.
Now, I've got this set up on a wee table here. A wee table could be at your side. It's off camera. That could just be there, and then you're in control.
I need to have an element.
I
of
can
control
see-
of that.
I can see-
am itchy fingers.
Selection. So so that's there's some bits.
Oh,
and
you get
pieces.
Wesley Snipes. Did a hero send you that?
No, I bought that because I thought I wanted to get some wee things to fill.
Diversity.
To fill, and also
That's us representing the brothers.
yes, that's true, and it's Blade from the film Blade, Operation Blade. So that's why he's.
Oh, of course.
that's why
Yes,
he's
of course.
You know, it's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that
very
connection.
good.
And then behind you, we've got comedy corner, comedy wall.
Are they real vinyl?
The real
Have you got a
vinyl.
record player in here?
We do. It's through in Laura's studio. I probably could do get a wee record player in here, but
See, this is where I'm less of an authority. You know, obviously I know who Billy Connolly are and the Chuckle Brothers, but
so on that we have got top shelf is Billy Connolly. Beside Billy Connolly is Francine Josie.
I went to see the Francine Josie live show in 1989 or something like that.
Right.
When I was on holiday in Cornwall or something.
Oh, right. Wow.
I on a family
So they're
holiday.
like proper UK.
I was deep in over enemy lines, and it was one of the ones that's kind of one of my first proper memories. I must have been about 7-year-old or something like that.
Man, that's mad. Cause see, like when I was in Torquay one year on holiday,
Aye.
I get taken to see Joe Pasquale in the Winter Gardens in Torquay, and I'll never forget it. Ever.
When you say you get taken to see him, were you
I was
led into a room and
Yeah,
you happened
so
to be in there with a bunch of other...
Well, it was at
Children.
the time when I was working for Epstein, and he contacted me and asked if I'd like to go and see Joe Pasquale. So I was summoned in.
Last time I went to Torquay, I was sort of... This was how mental my dad was. He really loved Basil Fawlty, Fawlty Towers. Did you ever watch Fawlty Towers, right? So I was...
Did I ever watch 40 Tales?
My dad was he'd probably be classed as possibly autistic now is what you would...
Possibly.
Aye.
ADHD.
He was very I can't speak, like he would do the same thing a lot, and at Fawlty Towers was like, and he would make me fucking watch it, and he would drink like on a Sunday. He come in, what is this? This is the funniest thing ever. And it was like, kind of like a real life Basil Fawlty, because he used to get mental, like he would go mad at stuff. And he loved it so much that when we went on holiday one year to Torquay, he drove the whole family around in the fucking roasting hot day, like and we were in the back of the motor just trying to find the hotel, like where they actually,
Right.
like they actually
Well, they
obviously
filmed
didn't exist.
Did they film it in Turkey?
No. But would that stop my dad? No.
Did it?
He
fuck?
decided we were finding it, and it was the hottest day ever, obviously pre-air conditioning in your motor and all that. So I would have been about, I don't know, maybe about like 8-year-old or something like that. And I just remember being squashed between my brother and my sister in the back, and I had the full like over the shoulder seatbelt on, just fucking roasting hot and just in terror. Do you know what I mean? Because the journey got more tense as every minute went by, and we couldn't find the hotel. And every time we'd see it, it was vaguely white that looked like a white hotel. We had to fucking drive towards it at 400 mile an hour, and it's in the 90-degree heat.
It could be this one. It could be. It's no.
It fucking is, Wilma, right? Ian, I'm just saying that. I'm just saying it might
This
not.
is
It
where they
fucking is, right? This is where they found it. And me and my brother was just silence in the back, man, and we would just make eye contact. Me and my brother were sitting like, don't fucking say a word.
This is where he hit the motor with the tree.
This is it. There's that fucking tree. There's the branch. So it's a day we spent doing that.
Good wholesome memories.
Aye, but I did like that show. But it was in the same sort of era, wasn't it, as Francie and Josie?
It
Was Francie and Josie, like, it was that Ricky Fulton?
Ricky Fulton
Aye.
and Josie. You dancing? I'm dancing, you ask. And then next to that, Derek and Clive. Bottom shelf, Robin Williams. And then we've got Richard Pryor. One of his famous albums, which is entitled That Crazy. Morco and Wise, Bring You Sunshine. And then the bottom row, hidden by a wee pot plant there, is Russ Abbott, The Goons, and then Manchester United book, which is nothing to do with comedy. It's just there.
Just there, aye.
It's just there.
I like Russ Abbott was a favourite in my house on a Saturday night. Genuinely liked Russ Abbott.
He was massive, man. Like, I think people forget just how big he was.
Got freaked out when he came back bald, though.
Mm-hmm.
That was weird. There was no warning.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
And I was too young to understand.
So that's Comedy Corner. There will be some other albums going up there as well. Mate, we've got space. We've got space to add some other bits in.
That's great. I do think you get the full. I think when you see it, but when you walk in,
well, I'm glad because I've obviously not had that because I've been here.
No, it's brilliant, man.
So
It's a miniature museum,
and I'm glad that I've got some pictures as well.
It kind of feels a wee bit like, you know how when you go to like the Transport Museum or something like that, you know, the museums where they've set up like a fake street and you can walk down like a house in the
fake studio.
60s.
A fake podcast studio. Is that the new porn niche? Instead of fake taxi, it's fake podcast.
Well, I fucking hope so.
Don't you worry.
Hurry up, because I've been sitting here for 20 minutes.
That's what's happening next door.
I've not even been spat on yet.
I can't give you access to all the buttons. This desk turns around and there's a fucking hog roast underneath it.
But it is a wee bit like that with the sort of vintage furniture and all. It's great. No, I love it, man. I do love it.
I'm glad, mate. I'm glad. And I'm glad it's all there's lights and bells and stuff, so hopefully this is actually happening. And maybe, I don't know. I've pressed the auto button, so we'll see when it comes back what happens. And, worst case, hey, we've just got this view.
I think that's what you're going to get, I've got to be honest.
And then next time I'll know what else. But we're just back for Ibiza.
Well, it's been a week now, more or less,
it's been a week,
but it feels like we're just back.
Because I came back and was ill.
Aye,
I straight back into death, man. Like, I got the fluid in the last day and then it proper killed me.
It's sort of, I got it like on the first day I was there, and it just, you know that way you just keep going and it never really came to anything, and I've still got it.
Mm-hmm. I know.
And I feel it's taken us toll, by the way. Let's just say that. It was but I come back and people, so for people, obviously, I'm sure everybody will know we were there meeting Mal's brother and his family, and we were scattering Mal's ashes. And people say to me, "Oh, how is Ibiza?" And I'm like,
"Yep." Shite.
I know.
I've been saying as good as it could have been, and then it was like, "What do you mean?" And then you need to tell them, and they go, "Oh."
No, but it was just strange, man. It wasn't like a normal. I always felt weird calling it a holiday because it.
Aye, same.
So there was, if you count Darren, Mal's brother, there was 5 of us there. There was you, me, and Darren, and then there was my brother-in-law and my mate Millsy, and it just felt like everybody was on vastly different holidays.
Yes,
We were all
that's the, do you know what? That's the only way to describe it.
like we were all together in the same place, but we weren't. Darren had a great time, and I thought he did brilliant. And
Aye,
he
he
did really well.
On our side, like for where we were in our hotel and that, it did feel like it felt like 4 guys who had committed 4 different crimes, but had been sentenced to spend 4 days in the
together,
same, same prison.
But had the freedom to do as we willed.
Yes,
And there was 4 vastly different experiences.
vastly
My brother-in-law went
vastly
on.
different.
There are benders, and then there is what my brother-in-law did, which
Yeah.
is.
I want to take my hat off to Gary, right? Because as much as the 3 of us went through a different path, he remained true from day one. From the airport, he remained true to his colours, which was, I am here to drink and forget about my life back home.
And he only left the hotel to come to Cafe Mambo to honour Mal, and then he went straight back to the
Straight
hotel.
back to the hotel and straight back on the on the booze.
First one up every morning, last one at night, 3 cans all week.
Aye, legendary.
And he certainly got his money's worth, I'll say that.
He did.
And he's in bad shape.
Well, I came back and I was ill. I was really badly ill. Like at one point on, I think maybe the Saturday night, I thought I had heat stroke or something. I was pure standing at the bottom of the bed, fucking shivering.
Aye.
And then I passed it on to Laura. She wasn't well.
Yeah.
The twos are on now. I'm still getting over the pints of gin and tonic, man. Like the amount of booze that we drank was unreal.
Aye, so we'll walk people through basically what happened. So me and you and my brother-in-law and my mate Millsy went to the all-inclusive hotel, which was reasonably okay. It wasn't exactly the best hotel ever, but it was all right.
No, well,
passable.
It was clean and the air conditioning worked. What more do you want for a cheap fuck? Because for the price we paid, I think for the price we paid, it was pretty decent.
Aye, I think Gary's probably in credit considering the amount of cans he put away.
1,000,000%, aye.
But that was the first night. But then what was weird was we kept going up the strip.
We kept just going. It was Groundhog Day. We just kept going to the same place,
the same pub, and we kept leaving the strip at 3 o'clock in the morning, getting swept out with the rubbish.
Can I be honest with you? I wish. Part of me wishes we hadn't gone to the Old Town
because it was so nice.
Aye, because that's like kind of here's what you could have won. That's what it felt like, right?
Aye.
So if we just stayed in San Antonio, I don't think I would ever be back in Ibiza if we'd stayed in San Antonio.
The day we went to the Old Town was the day after we had scattered the ashes. Which
That's right.
was the Wednesday, and we'd scattered the ashes and all that. And I had decided, I think the release of that, I was like, I am going for it the night. And you all sat out.
Yeah.
You all sat.
But then to be fair, you did say I'm going for it every.
No. What I said was I wanted to do karaoke because it was incredible. Remember how hard it was for me to do a karaoke tune?
I know.
In the whole strip, like for one reason or another, there was that wee lassie that was in the Welsh bar, and she just fucked off in the middle of the night. Like she was completely out her face. She was hosting karaoke, and then she just disappeared. And I made her type my song in. I stood next to her and I said, put in Tears in Heaven by Eric Clapton. And I made her spell it.
And then that wee lassie who was hosting the karaoke was the drunkest person on the island, and then mysteriously disappeared. But with an hour to go.
Aye.
And then the next night we came back to try and do it again, and she wasn't there.
She wasn't there at all.
She was in a bucket.
So then
in the basement, we've established her. Somebody's wearing her as a hat.
But I brought her back.
Right.
Now.
Okay. Fair enough.
She's first one for corner.
Good.
But when we went back after scattering the ashes, I was like, I'm doing it tonight because it was obviously a guy because she'd obviously gone, and it was the Welsh pub at the top of the strip. And Yuzo just sat outside and had a nice time, and I just went in there myself for a good couple of hours and I had my own holiday of sorts in that room
in the Welsh
bar. And when you finish the song, you get the one in the top right. Is it? Aye, but you no. I say, put your hands together. Put your hands together for Ross. So that was
just sang Tears in Heaven.
After I've just done Tears in Heaven. This one's from my homies, and I poured a sip on the concrete.
Now, one thing I want to say about the Welsh karaoke bar, right? I mean, it's as Welsh as fucking chicken tikka masala, but we got in one of the various nights we were in. Is it Highlander or Highland?
Highlander.
The Highlander. We kind of got stuck with a group of lassies for Peter Heath.
Mm-hmm.
And we seem to kind of like modern day Premiership football where the referee only allowed to speak to the captain. We seem to only speak to this one, and then she would kind of convey the message through the group.
What was that? In the Highlander?
No, remember we
was
moved...
that the 9th or 12th night we went there?
That might be the 14th night, but what I mean is we moved the Highlander into the Welsh karaoke
we kept
bar.
Meeting the same lasses.
We kept meeting the same lasses, right? And then she blew us all away by going on and delivering one of the greatest karaoke performances of all time.
I will hold it out and say that was the greatest musical performance I've ever seen in my life. Do you remember how blown away I was?
Mate, I was blown away as well.
She did. Was it Annie Lennox?
Eurythmics. Broken Glass.
And
it just came out of nowhere.
Fucking genius, man.
And not only that, she was actually very, very good.
Amazing. She was amazing. I had to go up and speak to her and said, genuinely, I had a tears in my eyes.
One of the ones when it came on, you thought, can't be Broken Glass, and then she delivered a karaoke performance that will go down.
The 6 people that were in that pub will never forget.
I'll never forget it.
It was unbelievable, man. It would bring it. Almost brought a tear to my eye. I was blown away by how great it was. It was the song choice. Like, you don't know. It's like it's one of the ones that was so obvious. Do you know what I mean? To
But
do
also
that
you'd
song, but you
you'd
never hear it.
No, you'd never pick Broken Glass at karaoke.
So that on that night after that, which was the Tuesday night where I had decided that this was going to be my night to do a gig for free up the West End, and then the next morning, obviously Gary was up at 7 a.m. at the bar, and I sort of stumbled down, and my mate Millsy decided that we were getting dragged to a church and a museum,
That's right.
and we went through.
No, what happened was your mate decided he has offended enough people in San Antonio.
Aye.
It's now time to go.
Aye.
It's
He
now
doesn't-
time to go and offend
He didn't.
ethnics
Aye.
in the
Aye.
Old Town.
Aye.
And
He
off
doesn't-
we went.
And we continued to walk uphill for what seemed like an eternity.
I am constantly concerned that I am getting my baldy head's getting burnt to bits and I'm not aware of it.
I was
right?
sick halfway up the hill as well.
It also felt like if you've ever been to a foreign country, right, especially one that's got history like Ibiza, which I imagine back in the fucking medieval times was a lookout point. There's times when you climb up like old towns and you go, I'm at the top, and you think, fucking hell, I can't get any higher. And then all of a sudden you turn a corner and you go, there's more gradient. It felt like we were just going up and up and
continued
up.
to happen, and it wouldn't stop.
No, and
it
then
was-
coming down, we walked down the outside of the whole island in the baking heat as well.
It was like 33 degrees, and I had the worst hangover I'd ever had, and it was like 10 in the morning. When we got to the top, we were in a church with a few elderly people.
Yes.
And you could hear a pin drop. It was so quiet. And the three of us just went and sat. we went and sat at the front, right at the front, man, and we just sat there, and it was a good minute of silence, and then you were like, imagine if you farted in here.
It was so cool as well.
Well,
To come for that baking heat.
It had an adjoining museum.
It did.
Thankfully.
It did, yes.
Which obviously had a man of a distinguished authority at the door, to which my mate Millsy took exception to, because he wouldn't
Yes.
open the door for him.
Aye.
You know,
And
which
I
was the
think-
theme of his.
I
throughout
think
the
his
whole holiday.
exact words to the guy were, I'm ready to leave. And then just stood and the guy's like, what? He's like, open the fucking door, canto. Por favor. And also, I don't know why, but I kept talking Italian to people. I was like, si, ciao.
You're saying ciao
I
bella.
know, every 2 minutes I'm like, how do you say thanks in fucking Spanish?
And you're telling me, I'm like, grazie. I don't know what
You
I
can't
don't know
say
what was right.
grazie.
I can't say grazie. Grazie. And you're like, it's
But
fucking.
the accent was spot on, man.
Mate, I've nailed that Italian, man. That weekend in Rome, walking with myself,
It was
I nailed it.
it was the heat, man. It was the heat. But aye, so that was like sort of post. That was when things started going rapidly downhill, because we had nothing to do after that.
No,
we were just
aye.
we were because we had done the Ashes, we'd had the blowout, and we were just sort of three guys wandering around an island for 2 days, not
Aye.
knowing what to do. So obviously we went to Pikes, which is
Well, hold on. Hold off Pikes for a second, right? Hold off Pikes for a second. I want to talk just more about like Mambo and that, because I've obviously never been to Ibiza, right? For years we have teased Mal that he has to take us to Ibiza. Many a group chat would be a serious conversation that Mal would be having about fucking steaks and red wine or the Waynes or Maria or whatever, and it would fall away, when the fuck are you taking us to
absolutely.
Ibiza, pig
Aye,
tits?
aye.
And then in a weird way, he goes to Ibiza, right? So for me to go there and see like Mambo and that, it's not at all what I thought it was in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think like I didn't realise the clubs you get bussed out to the clubs, right? I actually thought Ibiza was one street and all these fucking super clubs were on the street. That's what I thought it was, right? And then when we went to Cafe Mambo, again, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And like, because I've heard people talk about sitting in the rocks for sunset and all that. I thought it was going to be like this rock face. Dude, it was like Mars.
Aye.
When Musk colonizes Mars, he should just fucking take Cafe Mambo and stick it on Mars, because that is exactly what it's like. But it was amazing to see, and I can't remember her name, the woman who
Jane.
was, right, so she was the manager of,
She
Kilties?
runs Mambo. Well, she used to run Kilties before, aye.
right,
aye.
and now her and her husband
I think-
run Mambo, or
I think,
he
aye,
owned
yeah,
Mambo, or whatever.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
but even seeing like the wee DJ bit we use were, and
yeah.
you were telling me the story about the radio, the studio recording studio up the stairs.
Yeah.
Even stuff like being there and hearing it,
Yeah.
it did make it feel more real, if that makes sense. Like it did.
yeah. Aye, it's funny because it feels. I've got, not that I've always been a fly in the wall of like dance music. I've always felt like that, just for hanging about with Mal and doing bits and bobs. But it feels different. Ibiza feels a wee bit different for me now than it was when we used to when me and Mal were going and playing gigs and stuff. It was like 2012, 2013 kind of time. And even now, for back then, it feels a bit different. Like
see when you
there's
first
a minimum
went out,
spend on all the tables and all that kind of stuff. Everything's much more like, it's like, it feels a bit less free and a bit more kind of like, I don't know.
corporate,
Aye. That's probably the way to describe
less
it.
less hippie.
Aye,
more
much less. Aye. So Mambo's still the same, and it's still the same folk running it, and it's still the same sunset and all that. But I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm a bit older or whatever as well. But it does feel a wee bit different. But
I think it would feel different for never having been before. I think if you're now paying, €18 for a gin tonic or a mojito, that would make you feel different as well.
I paid £11 for an Oreo milkshake,
Now,
which
listen,
you guys absolutely fucking
I
tore me
never-
to shreds for.
I never, but I'll also, you took some abuse for having that milkshake.
I did. I took a lot of
did?
abuse for buying a milkshake
Aye.
at Cafe Mambo. I
did.
don't see the problem. It was an Oreo milkshake, and the thing is, it had a full Oreo in it.
I did, and you seem to enjoy it.
I mean, I had to give the Oreo back at the end.
Aye, obviously, because you're only paying for
I
that
fucking
for
loved
the
it.
Instagram.
Well, it was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm sort of creeping into my hangover. I'm not quite ready for a beer yet.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking milkshake. Who cares if it's 48 quid?
Who cares?
Do you know what
Gary
I mean?
cared, but you didn't.
Gary cared a lot. Everybody else seemed to care about it.
Aye. And
I th-
Millsy had an issue with it as well.
He had a bit. He had a big issue with it because all he drinks is mojitos.
That's true.
For the full time he was there. However, I would recommend the Oreo and vanilla milkshake at Cafe Mambo, £11.
Well, I would also recommend the
And by
gin
the way-
tonic for £18. so bad I headbutted the mic.
That was the cheapest thing I bought on the whole holiday. Was that milkshake?
It was it's expensive, man. And
So that was nice. And then Darren had went and obviously scouted the wee spot, and he'd went for a dinner that night on the Tuesday, which was nice to sit with Darren and his missus and the family. So a wee shout out to them as well, because they were very hospitable, I felt, and just very welcoming. It was great.
they were. It was actually really nice to spend time with Darren's kids, and you can just see they're just the Lees, right? See the Lees, man. They're just a good family.
They're nice people. They're nice people.
They're nice people because they've got good wins. You know what I
Aye.
mean?
Salt of the earth, as they call them.
So yeah. Now I was slightly worried when Darren went to scout the place and sent us a picture of saying, right guys, I've got the spot. This is where I want to do it. This is where we're going to scatter the ashes. And then when we went to that spot,
There's a guy sitting there drinking a can of super. I know. Everything was
when we went to
everything
that
was going
spot,
so well, man, wasn't it?
everything was going. And also, I had taken my sunglasses because we went out during the day, right? So I had my sunglasses on.
Ask you about
Right.
that. You had your sunglasses on for a full night.
But the prescription, right? So if I take them off, I couldn't see fuck all. But when I had them on, it was black. It was like Stevie Wonder. Like when we were sitting having the meal, it was nice because the sun was going down,
Aye.
and it was just a nice light. And I'm going, this is perfect, man. And then as soon as that sun went down, I was like, "Mommy!" I literally couldn't see a fucking thing. So obviously, I was stayed. Right, so we went over. We all walked over to go and scatter the ashes. And as we got to the bit that Darren wanted to scatter the ashes from, throw the ashes, cast them, scatter,
Yep.
scatter the ashes. There was a guy, so if you imagine kind of the rock face and then it kicks out a wee bit and there's like a wee ledge, and there was a guy on that ledge with 2 cameras set up filming the sunset.
Yeah.
And then, so I thought it was going to kick off there. Like, I actually thought we were going to have to shift this boy on. That's what I thought was going to happen.
Tip him over.
Thankfully, one of Darren's daughters stepped in and says, let's just do it here. And then as we're doing it, there's a guy sitting up in a fucking can next to the rocks. But it was nice. And then all of a sudden, it just got very emotional.
It did. It got pretty heavy pretty quick. It did.
Because we'd had the kind of heavy stuff the night before.
Yeah.
So I did think that this was going to be a bit more celebrated and a send-off. And it was up until that point. And then I don't know what happened. For me, anyway, I don't know what happened. I just felt...
It just was, man. You just sit, you get a sunset. A sunset at Cafe Mambo can be emotional anyway. Do you know what I mean? Mal used to get very emotional when we were doing like one of the gigs that we used to do, and he had done prior to me joining him. was like sunset boat parties. So you jump on a boat,
Right.
party. You go to something like, I don't know, maybe like 5 o'clock at night or something like that. The sun's due to go down at 7 or 8 or something. And so the DJ plays banging tunes, but then as the sun starts to come down, they kind of bring down the vibe a wee bit, you know, kind of lower tempo. And then everybody would stand on a deck of a boat and watch the sun disappear. And Mal used to get dead emotional about that because he would see, in particular, because you know what it was like in particular, he would see couples, you know, young couples like fucking hugging and all that and kissing like when the sun was down. And he would quite often get quite teary at that. And that was why he wrote the song You and Me. That's what he wrote it for, specifically for that moment. Like, so when he'd went one year, he come back and he was like, I want to do a tune for sunset. That's what I want it to be. I want the tempo of the song, I want the feel of the song to be that perfect just for couple. He wrote it for, obviously wrote it for Maria, but he wrote it because it was about sharing a special moment with somebody, really. That's what it is. So obviously he had Setting Suns as well, which was part of that. But that whole album, the Computer Games album, sort of begins with Sunset, if you like. It begins with Sunset. So it begins with You and Me getting played, Setting Suns, which is what it's all about. And then after that, the whole idea of that album is that you get kind of housey vibes and it picks up and picks up and picks up. And then by the time you get to the end of the album, it's like 3 a.m. and you're in a club and it's...
That's mad. That's cool.
So that was the whole concept of the Computer Games album. So that's what You and Me was written for that moment. So he would play Setting Suns when the sun was going down.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as it would just ping away, then he would start playing. He would play You and Me because it had the drum beat, boom, boom, boom. And he used to get dead emotional doing it. So it was to do that at that moment was like, I got fucking really emotional a couple of years ago before my had passed away. I went back to Amitha with Nicola, my wife, and my brother-in-law Gary and his wife. And I fucking, it'd been 10 years since I'd been there, and we went to watch the sunset. I fucking burst out greeting, man. And it was before it was before any of this. And I was like, oh, what? And Nick was like, you all right? And Gary was like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, woo. So to go there again and do what we did, it was the right thing to do, man. It was brilliant. I thought Darren did great the way he sort of conducted the whole thing. Like, he really was. It was just, it felt like a nice, and the sky was amazing. Like, so Jane was saying that usually that's more like a winter sunset because there was so many clouds, but when the sun disappears, the colour, this sky just bursts into colour. Do you know what I mean? Aye. And it just, the clouds just made, there was just a, God knows, it was beautiful, man. It was great. Aye. And then it was mad because when we all come, everybody had their moments, and then we come back to the dinner table, and it was like, we weren't on a downer, but it was like, it was heavy for like half an hour.
It was.
Highlander.
And James like, and that's why I went to James like, he wouldn't want us, just get a drink, have a good night. And we went, let's do it. I'm doing karaoke tonight.
It was.
But you know what was brilliant? Do you know what was brilliant? When we were in Highlander, it was 2 a.m. It was properly kind of kicking off, and the DJ was playing. You'd asked the boy to play Operation Blades, remember? About 3 hours early.
Oh God, that was on the Sunday. That was on the first night,
and you were like that, and we were like, oh.
I felt like such a fucking dick.
No, but we were like, oh, we missed Mal and all that, and we're like, he would have loved this, and then you were like, what the fuck? He would have fucking hated this.
Aye, that's right. We had a moment of clarity. We were like, the two is, it was just me and you standing, and we're going like, because we joke all the time, right? When we do daft things, or we're going to do something like book a holiday, or just do crazy things like that. It's what Mal would have wanted. And we say it, we love and joke.
He would have loved sitting at the meal with us, having a meal. That was his thing. If it felt like he was, he would have loved all that. But see, we were in the club and it was all shots and all that, and we were like, he would have.
And to be fair, I was hating it as well. I was only there because I'm like, right, give myself a pet going, you're on a lads' holiday, okay? You just become one of the lads, all right?
I was in my element, man. I was having a right good time.
Although we did have a bonding experience, you and I, with another young gentleman in the Highlander, where, to be fair, I think he maybe misread the room, and we've possibly put him back into the closet. So Ross and I, we weren't even dancing, we were just kind of
vibing.
We were vibing. We were trying to start the fucking 2-stroke lawnmower, right? We were just vibing on the dance floor. And some young homosexual man, he saw me
Yeah.
in the corner,
Yeah.
and then saw you
Aye.
dancing beside me, and thought,
I want some of that.
this bear has got a cub. And then he came over, and to be fair to him, he did make the move over. And obviously, I've clocked him straight away, going, "Wee man, you've misread the situation here. I know I've got that look of an otter about me." But he came in,
In which case, and
then what happened was we snared him.
and then he directed his attention towards the one man who just does not put up
Yep.
that sort. Millsy does not put
That's
up.
right.
That sort of
Millsy
behaviour.
was his wall was straight up, and so we welcomed into the fold. And I suppose you could say we gave him a warm embrace.
Aye, there was a lot of hugging
There
going
was a
on.
lot of hugging
There
going
was
on, and a
hugging
lot
going
of jumping about, and he get heavy freaked out. Didn't he?
Almost. Aye. He was outgayed, wasn't he?
He was outgayed with
By two
straight
heterosexual
men.
guys.
And I would say, if you're out poofed with two straight guys, there's not a lot of
Get
proof in you,
out,
son.
aye,
Aye, this is not right for you.
He got out. Aye.
He evacuated quickly.
He quickly had decided he'd bit off more than he could chew. With that.
Aye, and that was just before I then held up
and
my
you-
phone and asked the guy to play Operation Blade.
That's right. You wrote it in your phone and just showed
Because
it to
what
the
happened was,
DJ.
I said, this guy's like, my man, here, brother, come here. I was like, can you play any ultrasonic, my man? And he said to me, I'll get that later on, mate. And I went, just say no. Just say no, right? Don't do a Joe Deacon here. Just say no, right? Just not on the USB. So I could see all the kids get up and holding their phones up.
Aye.
And I'm thinking, maybe I've got to write it down for him. So I put Operation Blade public domain and held it up my phone. And do you know what? See, yesterday,
But you then showed it to me. I just fucking
Aye.
burst out
I
laughing.
know.
I was like, "What you doing to him?"
yesterday when I was in here trying to set all this up, I went on my phone to take a note to write down the cables that I need, and I've opened the note up and it says Operation Blade public domain. That's like, fuck's sake, I'm back in the Highlander again.
You tell you like to. He's got like you do karaoke. Remember?
Aye, that's right.
Because I
it's
sing
the same.
karaoke on
Aye.
request. It wasn't a karaoke
No.
on request.
And then also when we're leaving, he's like, mate, Operation Blade's coming on in 2 songs.
I've got to
I was
say,
like, I don't believe you.
I've got to say a shout out to Roscoe that works behind the bar in there. He used to DJ as well. He sorted out with some free shots. I felt like a total celeb man because I went up and I was like, "Oh, it's me." And he was like, "Who?" He was like, "Who are all these people that keep coming up and speaking to me?" He couldn't remember who I was. But then you just mentioned Mal's name. It's like, right, shots.
Aye.
Which
It
was
was
good.
it was great to go to Ibiza. It was great to it was great to see some of the places you be. I just like hearing stories.
It
That's
wasn't.
what I love.
Like, it wasn't really like. It wasn't like that. When we went, it wasn't like that.
No,
You know what I
because
mean?
you were
We weren't
fucking
up the
treated
street.
like stars. Aye.
I mean,
about in limos to
I
do sound checks.
literally drove about in limousines with somebody with a
Amazing.
clipboard. No, that's how it was. That what we went on was an absolute fucking riot of. I don't know what it was, but it was
It was
brilliant.
great. I mean, we
What about the boy? What about the 4 Seat boys? There was
4 Seat Boys.
the guys that had the big fucking head
Oh,
things on. Remember? And you were
man.
like, somebody's fucking rubbed a couple of lamps. There was 4 guys.
Four
there was
guys.
4 guys, but there were 3 Asian guys and 1 white guy, but they had the big mad kind of Sikh. What do you call it? Head.
Gnomes. They look like gnomes. They did look like somebody
Aye,
had
but-
rubbed
but
a
they-
lamp and 4 genies had popped out. It was like, for my 3rd wish, gonna just set me and my pals free. We've been in this lamp for fucking decades, and then 4 genies popped out. But the rest of 2 of them had Adidas Samba on.
Aye. And they had tartan scarves on as well.
Tartan scarves.
I couldn't work out whether it was some kind of mad stag do where they were dressing up for a laugh, but you were like, no, they're real Sikhs. But they
this
were
is
so
again-
fucked. The 4 of them were they were
We
sitting
were all
outside.
fucking steaming or not. Because
They
you
were
know
all
when
sleeping.
you're,
They fell asleep.
I
outside
did.
the pub.
I think they must have been in some pilgrimage thing or something. You know when you're drunk and you're talking loud, but you don't know you're talking loud. So they're sitting as almost as far away from me as you are right now, and I'm shouting, "No, they're real Sikhs, man. They're fucking real Sikhs, brother." And then at the same time going, "Somebody's rubbed that lamp. 4 genies have popped it." Just 4 guys just sitting with 1 glass of water between them.
What about the boy and a lassie on the beach?
Well,
that
that
put
was
on
the next thing I was going to say to you. So
what we call essentially a performance.
as we're walking home one night, no, again, that's the thing that shocked me about Ibiza. I thought that I thought the beach would be massive. It's a very small beach.
And the beach in San Antonio is pretty small.
It's a lot of length, little girth,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Lacks girth.
Yeah.
What a bit loses in girth, it makes up for in length.
Yes.
When you walk the full length of the bay every fucking night. But we're coming back one night, and there was a kind of from a fracas, a sound that startled us.
A ruckus.
And we turned around to see what can only be described as a young maiden perched upon a seat, if you will,
Yeah.
and then a tall Scandinavian gentleman
Attending to her, shall we
attending
say.
to her needs.
Aye.
Now, he probably should have attended to himself first, and we, in our wisdom, as 4, British men,
Decided to sit down a bench
decided to sit on a
give him
bench
advice.
and talk him through it. And it was good when those English boys walked through. And
At this point, you're like, he's got 4 Johnnies on, mate. He's trying his best.
he was thumbing in rope, man. He was thumbing in rope. But to be fair to the two of them, they fucking did not quit. A lesser man would have
There
quit.
was plenty of effort, aye. And the thing is, it was weird because they were completely oblivious
Completely oblivious.
to the crowd of about 50 folk.
Aye.
gathered about
We were
them.
watching them
I just
cheering
sat
them
down
on.
and smoked half a pack of fags and watched them.
It was at the start of it. It was more, look at these young kids. What are the fucking young Wayne's like? And then as it went on, it was genuine, like almost like a fat, like fucking come on, son.
Aye,
Like
aye.
we really did want them to have a good
everything
time.
as well, bless them.
Oh, they tried all the moves and nothing was working. That they 8 Johnnies he had wrapped around his balls were doing nothing. He probably
But still,
did he stop him, but
we gave up before them.
we did. Aye, he's probably still there.
We still had 40 miles to go for the.
That's right,
back to the hotel we were staying at.
And then so we scattered Mars Ash on the Tuesday, and then on the Wednesday we went to the old town.
We went to the old town, to the museums, and got a bit of
And
culture around.
We thought that we should do something on the Wednesday night,
Yeah.
and the legend that is Mickey
Yeah.
sorted us out with passes to this place.
Hello guys, I'm the manager of Pikes. I've got your friend here who's in a K-hole.
I'm sound. You've manoeuvred me here
Yep.
as if I'm some sort of fucking spastic.
Yeah, you are. So can you let us know where you're staying, please, and where we can send him in a taxi to?
I don't think that. I think that paints a different image of what it's like. Because it's actually.
Now, see, when I first heard that, when it went viral, as the kids say, I thought Pikes was a bar in London.
Aye.
I didn't realise that's Pikes where we went.
Very exclusive for those that don't know where they filmed the Club Tropicana video,
And
where
where they
Freddie Mercury
filmed
used to hang about. And
Anal Bandits 1 through 7.
Aye.
And I need to get that Tony Pikes book. I don't know if you've been having any Instagram posts for it. I keep getting hundreds of suggested posts about Pikes news because I've been.
Right, I've not done.
So I need to get his book.
So I like the vibe of it though. It's
I loved it, man.
it's quite chilled out. We got there quite early, which was fine because there's no way we were lasting the pace.
No.
But also we couldn't afford to last the pace because it's
No.
9 million quid a drink. But
It was £60 a round
between three
for
of us.
3 drinks.
But when we got there, rocked up, I liked how kind of quiet it was.
It
You know-
did feel like you were going to somebody's house. It
Aye,
did feel like a
but it
house
was a
party.
nice kind of low lit. You walk in and a lovely woman at the door. It's like the door is like it's like almost going into a restaurant, wasn't it? And she was like, "All
do you
right,
know- do you know it's-
gentlemen," and she puts your wee sticker over your phone so you can't take pictures and all
Aye.
that. I like that. I like that.
I've never been to a party in the Hollywood Hills, but I imagine that is what it's like.
I'd imagine it'd be something like that.
You
Aye.
turn up, there's like a concierge,
Yeah.
somebody to park your car.
And they had a charity donation as well, so it was like one of Miles' gigs. It was very fitting.
Yes.
Nobody's getting in
Again,
for free.
Aye, exactly. Which also, I have not been that embarrassed for quite some time.
Aye, what did I do?
So let's hold on. So we arrive, we put Ross front and centre because Ross has got all the details. Now, from what we can understand on the website, it's free to go on the guest list. Anybody can apply to get on the guest list,
Yeah.
but they then decide if you get in or no.
Uh-huh.
However, if you get on the actual guest list, like Mickey sorted us out, because as soon as when we walked up, she says, "Are you on the guest list?" And I says yes, and then you said, "We're on Lisa's list." As soon as you said that, did you see? Because she just put the flip thing down
Well, I still got
and
it,
didn't
mate.
even look
That's
at
it.
it.
That's it.
So we must have said the magical names. If anybody's got a Pikes, just say
Lisa sent you.
Lisa sent you, and then that was us. We stickers on the thing, and can you remember what it said? The no list.
Yeah.
So it was no
No tracksuits.
no football colours.
Uh-huh.
No under 27s, which
phone.
I liked.
Yeah, that's good. No phones.
No phones, no cunts.
No cunts. Yeah.
And that was in the wee list. It was
Yeah.
on the desk.
Yeah.
So she then showed us in, and it felt like you were in a mansion, like somebody's house, and you were in the back garden. That's what it felt like. Now, there's different. It's also a hotel, and there's different levels of it. From what I understand that I've read so far, this guy, Tony Pikes, went to Ibiza in the 60s, discovered the ruins of this villa, and either bought it or just acquired it, and then over the next fucking 30, 40 years, built it and added to it, and then turned into this hedonistic place where it seems as if anybody who was anybody, if they went to Ibiza, stayed at Pikes and just had what I imagine to be the fucking greatest parties ever. And then it became famous for George Michael filmed Club Tropicana there.
Yeah.
And I did like that bit when we came down and saw the pool and you're like, fuck, that is the actual fucking pool.
And Freddie Mercury.
Freddie
as well,
Mercury.
so they had Freddie's room as one of the rooms in it. Yeah.
And it was cool because it was just effectively what would have been a living room. Because if you notice, see when we went in and had the DJ at the back,
Yeah.
the whole back wall was the original bookcase. Did you see that?
Right.
Because all the pictures that are outside in that bar is people who are in Freddie's bar.
Right.
And that bookcase is still there.
Right.
So I loved it. I just thought
I liked it.
it was very chilled, very, very relaxed.
Yeah.
I liked that there was a whole different mix of people.
Yeah. I liked how
it was
you could
brilliant.
go, if you wanted, like how easy it was to just move between bit to bit. You could just walk around. If you wanted to just chill by the pool, you could sit there, or you could go into that wee Freddie's room for a wee bit. It was up in it a wee bit in there. Different bars. The security guys, I thought like there was hundreds of security,
Boss man.
but they come over.
Yeah,
he's
boss
like,
man,
aye, but he come over, he finds a seat. He's like, what are you
That's
doing
right.
standing up? He's like, you're making the place look untidy. And he
Aye.
went and got us a seat. Do you know what I mean? It was good. No, I liked it. I did actually really like it. I wonder what it would be like, because we left maybe about midnight or something.
No, it was at 1.
Was it?
Aye.
I wonder how long it goes on at the night.
Well, it goes on at 4.
Right.
It closes at 4.
But no, it was good. I thought it was. I did like it. I did like it a lot.
It would be a good place to go. See if you were like with couples and that.
Yeah.
If you're there with your wife or girlfriend, it'd be a good place to go with a group of people, and because you can sit and chill and go for a dance, and there's different bars.
I know
and
it was good. I did like
get a slice of pizza, which
Aye.
was weird, but it was.
the pizza deal. They did actually have a pizza deal as well.
What, slice of pizza at a sex party? This is odd, man. But you can only imagine back in the day when it was like the 80s and they couldn't knew what AIDS was, and it was full on. It must have been amazing.
It would have been. It would have been
Because there's a
extreme.
picture in, so if you go through to Freddy's and it's got the original sign up, it says Freddy's above it, which again, I just like old stuff,
Aye,
as
you can tell.
you can tell. And then when you go in, there's a bar kind of connected to it, and there's a picture of loads of different people, but there's a picture there of Boy George, and I was like, if I was Boy George, I'd have that taken down. Anyways, he's fucking dial, man. I was like, yes.
But they still have like fucking top class. Like Kylie was in it like recently doing a gig and all that. Like just on a night that we were in,
Aye.
it could be Kylie Minogue.
It
Do you know
did say, I don't know who the DJ was.
It was. I think the night was called Disco was that night.
Aye,
so I think
Disco
it's just
Disco.
I don't know.
Disco.
But it was good, man. It was great, and the tunes were like, it wasn't like heavy, like total like dance music. You need to know your dance music, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but it was just like kind of 80s pop music.
Aye,
All it was
aye.
playing, which
It was
made me
brilliant.
feel a bit more like, you know, if I didn't know the name of the tune, am I really meant to be here, kind of thing, as not a full blood dance music.
But
type
we
gig.
all did agree that if we could have got you a mic and an aux cable, it would have been the greatest night ever.
Well, we did try, but you know,
Because that, I think, to give you an hour in Pikes on the mic would have been fucking spectacular.
it would have been great.
The outside pool would have been rocking.
It was good though. No, it was a good way to end off. I wasn't really up for it before I went because I was absolutely, my body was beginning to shut down. However,
I had too much gin over the. I went too heavy in the first night and the Sunday night.
and then continued
And
for
then,
3 nights.
and then really fucking dug myself into a hole.
But it's what Mal would have wanted.
It is. And it was great because I before it I hadn't been looking forward to it. I'd been counting down it in my head. This was kind of the last thing that I thought, right, this is the last kind of grief hurdle that I need to get over.
Yeah.
And so it was great to have done it, and it was also shite to have to do it as well in equal measures.
I know that was the thing about it. It does feel a bit that is my, sometimes when I do stuff like that, and there's been a few like tribute things, obviously these funeral and things like that, like it feels to me like, shouldn't I have to fucking do this? Do you know what I mean? That and I've never really felt like that with like a loss before. I've known quite a few people that have passed away, but I don't know what it is about Miles. One feels like I'm fucking raging that we should be having to do it. Do you know what I mean? But you know, it's
Because it feels like it shouldn't have happened. That's
aye,
what it feels like.
Aye, which, and I've never really felt like that before, but I think it was a fitting tribute. I've got about it.
Aye, it was. And like I says, me walking back, I took a wee minute just to say some things in my head and whatnot, and then as I was walking back, I generally could not fucking see where I was going. And I actually had to take my glasses off and use the moonlight and then take tiny, tiny baby steps to get back on the path because I could not see with my fucking sunglasses on. And then when I go back to the table, I was walking back and I'm going, every cunt's going to think I'm in pure bawling my eyes out. And when I get back, like, you're right, big man.
Just
I'm
get
like, I
lost.
couldn't see. Oh man, but I'm glad we got Pikes, and I need to try and get the manager of Pikes We need to try.
I'm
and
sure
interview
he'll
him
for
to find
fly-
out.
I'll
Do you
watch-
remember that fucking Scottish spastic?
I'm sure we could fly him over and he'll come in and no bother. You know what I mean?
Zoom call, mate. Yeah, I'm on the Zoom.
Zoom him. Aye.
Yeah, now we've got the studio set up.
When that would have been a few years ago, though, wouldn't it?
Aye. But I generally did think that was some bar in London called Pikes. I didn't realise
I
that.
didn't even know Pikes was a thing until
No?
until Mickey was like, "You
Aye.
can get to Pikes." I'm like,
Aye.
"What is this?" And I've been going to Ibiza for years.
But see, also now that we've been, now I can believe that somebody like that would have been there and would have been completely out of his depths and would have got lost.
No,
and
but
left
he was sound.
behind. Aye,
You've manoeuvred
He was
me here. like,
manoeuvred. He
some
was
kind of
he was
spastic.
he was manoeuvred into that. He was totally sound. The guy who that'll be the first question I have when you get him on here. I'm like, did you manoeuvre that guy?
Aye. How do you manoeuvre a spastic? Gently, baby steps with pizza. Maybe it's the pizza. Pizza sent him over the edge. He finally realised how much he was paying for bevy.
Oh fuck! I mean, that is. By the way, that's not even the dearest place.
No, I tell you something. Now, see if you win the Euro Millions, fucking open a club in Ibiza. You'd be a billionaire by next week.
It'll be interesting to see how it all goes. To be honest, because I think there's only so much of that. I mean, is it going to continue? Folk, is there somewhere else people are going, or is that still the place? I don't know. I'm out of touch now, but I've heard Croatia. Is it Croatia? Is that the new place?
I've heard the Wayne's talk about that. Aye.
Croatia.
Aye.
And it isn't £500 an ice pool.
I know, but as long as people still go to Ibiza and post pictures for Ocean Beach, influencers will still want to go.
We should have went to Ocean Beach.
No.
That would have been right up our street, man.
The worst thing that could have happened is if we had booked Ibiza Rocks to stay in. That would have been the worst thing because that was on the cards for a brief 30 seconds. And then
Longer than
thankfully,
that. It was longer than that.
a few choice words in the group chat shut that down because that would have been disastrous. We would not have been coming home. We'd have been in a fucking Ibiza jail somewhere. Dead hard time. So no to Ocean Beach and no to fucking...
Yes to the Highlander and that Welsh pub.
Yes,
The only
Jesus
two pubs we went to.
Aye.
We went to two pubs.
I will not be back to the Highlander. I can't. I've done enough.
We
for
went to
one
two
lifetime.
pubs that were across the road from each other.
Yep. Every fucking
Every
night. Every fucking
From 10
night.
at night to 3 in the morning.
There was one night, it may have been the Tuesday night, when we were sat outside from 9:30 to closing.
Mm-hmm.
In those seats, I didn't move. I didn't leave for a piss. I
Aye.
just consumed 7 pints of gin and tonic. And at one point, I did look about and go, "This is what I think like a Benidorm holiday is."
Aye, but that...
You just sit outside a Scottish pub and get drunk,
Aye, Brits abroad,
and
man.
then get a €5 pizza slice.
Aye,
again.
it's what I would have wanted.
It's-
Aye, every night we kept going to the same one for... Aye, it was a bit... we did... It was a bit
And then
repetitive at
when the
points.
pizza woman was like, ask us what we wanted, and we told her, she went, no, and then told us what pizza slice we wanted.
I said I wanted pizza slice. She went, no, you'll have that one. I went, no.
No,
I went, I want that one. She went, no,
No.
you're having this one.
Aye.
And I
You'll
had
not
to,
get it.
to
And
be
it was,
fair,
it was good. It was good. But it was as much as that trip could have been fun, it was fun.
I think it was, aye.
Aye. And we also need to give a shout out to Alejandro, our minibus driver.
Well,
or
You need to give a shout out to me for
I did.
sorting a luxury class
I was
50
most
seater.
impressed. I was most impressed.
50-seater bus.
It was a genuinely
Executive.
It was a
to
nice
take,
touch.
to take 4 guys 20 minutes up the road.
Aye, it was a nice touch when we got off the plane through the airport. Mr. Ross had organised a first class travel, and
Aye.
it was spectacular.
It was
I
spectacular,
was
aye.
doing my wee fucking girly giggle and laugh. We've got a minibus. I was buzzing at my tights, man.
Aye, that was good. That was the high
That
point.
was it. We should have just turned around at
We
that
should,
point.
have just went in the bus and
We
guy.
should have just opened up a window and just scattered Mal out the minibus and then just went up the road.
Alejandro, just turn us around, man.
Aye.
Straight back to
Take us
Terminal
home.
2.
Nothing good awaits us here.
Aye. No, I thought it was... to my credit, I think it was organised pretty well.
Aye, it was. You done very well, mate. You done
You
very
were
well.
panicking about the timescales and all that, but I had it all down to a T.
You did. It was great. It was everything was catered for. So, aye. So that's it. So, a bit of Mal will always be in Ibiza, and it was nice to hear Darren telling the story about the reason why he wanted to go there as well. And
Yeah.
aye, it was great. It was nice. So that's it.
It was good, but I was laughing at when you did the video about this place, and you're like, now that I've set all this up, no chance would he have come through here once a week.
Never.
It wouldn't have happened.
No.
He would not have come through
Do
here.
you know what? I was putting stuff in that cabinet, right? And I was going, it's quite cool, man. I actually quite like it. And this is exactly what I wanted in my head. I wanted like old furniture and I wanted it to feel as if I didn't want it to feel new, and I wanted it to be old, kind of an old feel, right? And I wanted things to be in the corner, so different camera angles, you might see different things. And I thought, if I get a cabinet, I could change stuff in the cabinet over time and blah, blah, blah. And then when I was putting stuff on these shelves, and the usual, right, I was like, fucking man, I would have loved this. And then I went, there's not a fucking hope in hell he would have driven through.
No chance.
Driven through to Hammond once a week. Wouldn't that happen?
You'd be sitting in here yourself on Zoom.
On Zoom.
Aye.
With him. That's
Aye.
what it would
Not
have
a
been.
chance.
Aye. Even because there's a fancy coffee shop downstairs and
Aye.
there's like chocolates and all that. I went, even then,
No.
I remember saying, Laura's like, I could get him chocolate strawberries. He still wouldn't come. He would not have left the
Not a
Citadel
chance.
to come
No.
through Hammond.
No. I mean, it took, what, 2.5 years to get him into the caravan?
Aye. That's true.
2.5
right.
years we talked about that.
Aye.
And
That's
even at
right.
that, to his credit, he come through and it was a jaunt for him, but
Aye.
I'll never forget the day
But
he
that
just
again, that
walked
was
off himself.
cream cakes and booze. Aye. To get him through. Aye, there's not a hope in hell he would have came through Hammond. Even if I'd built this studio, like as it is, like proper, mate, I've got fucking bells and whistles come through. Like I've got
Aye.
wee different things to
Go.
do, man.
Go to give us a blast. It's on.
I've got all this, Mal. I've got all that, Mal. I just need you to... Come on, Mal. I just need you to come through. He still would not have came through.
No.
I'd need to have gone and picked him up, brought him here, recorded it, drove him back here.
Every time you would have to do it. But even at that,
Still, it could still be a no. It would still be the last minute, mate.
aye.
I've got to do something with chickens. Let's just do it in Zoom. And then we've just done a Zoom call.
So what are you thinking about moving forward then? Like you've got all the gear and the
All the
ideas to
gear and
say,
the
but you
idea.
do have an idea. You do have an idea of how you want things to go. We were
Aye,
talking
I just want to settle into this space and get used to space, and then it'd be good to get some guests in.
Yeah.
It'd be good. I'd quite like to get some interesting guests in, and for us to grill them on their right wing views. It would be good to get some guests in and to see how many guests want to do the cancel button. That could become a segment of the show.
Aye, just vent.
The bleep button.
Oh,
Aye.
absolutely, man.
Whatever you want to get off your chest,
Aye.
just do that for the next fucking
Aye.
30 seconds, and
I'll
you can
fucking
say,
tell you something. They fucking keys. God, fuck. You fucking absolutely slap fucking throats, man. I am going to fuck. I'm talking female. So
I swear.
I swear to God, that's fucking the greatest thing ever, man.
I'm also now slightly concerned about you.
I don't want to listen back.
I
to it
need
for
control
it.
of the
I
button,
know
man.
you do.
I need control of the button.
I can see. I can
I'm-
actually physically see it in your
Aye.
body. You're itching. You
I'm
get
tense, man. I'm tense.
hives. I don't know if you're ready to have all this, pal.
No, I just need that one button. That's all I need.
A dump button at your end. Oh. All right, so we'll get some. The plan
A
is
theme
get-
song. We need a theme song.
We need an intro.
We need to top and tail the show with a theme
Yes.
song. And I'd be interested to hear what kind of people, because I think guest wise, it'd be good to get like just folk that, it'd be good to get people that are listening to the show what they think. Like who do you want to hear from?
Aye, well, I mean that is the thing. If you've who
Because
do you,
see when you said pikes, right? You were like that. We were talking about the pikes thing, right? This shows how vastly different we were. Because you were like, you played me the pike thing. You're like, I need to get that guy in the show, and I was like, I definitely sounds like he's for Shettleston or something like that. And you're like, no, I know that guy. You're like, you're the manager, and I'm like, no, get the other guy on. What if we get the both of them on?
amazing. Reunited.
Reunite them, aye.
Reunited. Can you just look down camera 4? What would you just like to say to him? No, I would like to get the man or somebody who Pikes on, because I'd be quite interested in like the history of it and like that kind of thing.
You like just get some fucking maniac feaster house on. Yeah, man, tell us about the time you get chugged to the sex fucking hotel in Ibiza. Aye, well, I was just doing my nut and cat. The guy's like, you're fucking man spasser. Who are you talking to me? Also, I've paid for 2 slices of ham and pineapple and I've not had fuck all pizza yet. You dirty fucking AIDS fucking junkie with pizza fucking John Michael shit fucking come guzzler. That is see that is worth the fucking $2,000 I paid for that. If I'd known it had that button, I'd have fucking got that years ago.
Oh man,
So good.
that is great. That is great stuff, man.
Aye, so this is who I'm thinking guest wise so far, right?
Freddie Mercury.
Marty Pello.
I'm Marty Pello.
Right? I need to get Marty Pello on.
Jink.
I mean, I'd love the three. I'd love Marty, Mick, and Michael, but I don't think I'd get Mick and Michael.
Mick and Michael.
Mick Hucknall, Michael Bolton, the three greatest
The
male vocalists of all time. they are
What
pinned.
about Marty Pello,
I think I could
Peter
get him.
Stringfellow,
No,
Tim
he's
Capello?
dead. Right. Marty, Mick, and Michael are the three greatest male vocalists of all time. However, they sit underneath the god of male vocalists, which is Luciano Pavarotti. That is the pyramid.
Is he?
of male
He's gone as well.
long
Isn't he?
He's
He's
long
gone.
gone, aye. But I could get somebody to come in and do a seance.
Posthumous. Well, we did talk about that, didn't we? We
We
talked
did.
about ideas for like a live seance was.
Yep.
Was
Was
in
up
it.
there.
Was
Listen, there's no bad ideas.
we
There's no bad ideas.
we also talked about leaking segments of the group chat as well, didn't we?
Well, we're definitely going to do that.
At a
Just
live
scroll,
show.
Just scroll.
We talked about maybe just
We had a good laugh at that when we were scrolling past through it. Aye, just.
some of the ideas.
But aye, so interesting. Do you know who I would like to try and get on? See,
What if you did it? Sorry, just what if you did it? Because just what you can see here, you could potentially set up a wee miniature snail race, like during
Easy.
a recording.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Or even
could.
slugs. I've got fucking a million slugs in my back garden.
Well, we did think about what my camera too. We have talked about doing a snail race live at the next live show, whenever that may be. We could, do you know, we could do heats.
Aye, in the final, the grand fight. Aye, you could do the
Up
heats
to-
here.
We could do the heats here.
I mean, we weren't just talking about racing snails though.
No, we're talking about racing sex toys as well.
Which
Again, I feel like we could do the heats here and all.
you probably need a slightly longer, but you can see it. Do you know what I mean? But I just think a snail race could take place during a recording. Come
Aye.
on, me man. That's at number 3. Do
Aye.
you know what I mean?
One thing I do want to
Put
ask
a bit
you,
of cheese at the end. Watch them
while we've got you
slime
here,
towards it.
because I do think it is quite fitting that this is September the 11th, and we've got the Human 9/11 sitting right there. In your honest, expert opinion, where within this room is the optimal positioning for a dartboard?
Oh, well,
Because I think that's the one thing that's missing.
it's going to need to be there.
There.
Or it's there or there.
Right.
'Cause
On that bit would be nice.
uh-huh.
That could be a bit of sound.
Yeah.
Deadening it, and then
Aye.
the hockey coming down that way.
The hockey coming in here is probably the way to do it. Aye. You just need to watch for bounce. You got to go to bounce out. You need to watch for bounce outs,
Right,
Because
okay.
your nice furniture is going to be peppered with
Well,
the best ball in
again-
the world. The dart's going to bounce out.
Again, furniture, all free, mate. Facebook Marketplace.
Aye.
The one sat over your left shoulder,
Yeah.
possibly my favourite. The one in the middle, for a cat lady who stank a piss, right? She almost had a heart attack trying to lift it out with me.
Of course.
This one behind,
She tried to lift it out of you.
I told her not to. She wouldn't take no for an answer, right? This one over my right shoulder, the cabinet, 2 old lesbians, lovely women, ended up talking to them for about half an hour about rescuing dogs. Great.
Get them on the show.
This one here, for a woman who was going into a dementia ward, thought I was coming to rob the house. No joke.
And
In
I suppose you
Motherwell.
were, in some senses, you were. You went
Well-
to your house, took the furniture, and never gave it in.
I've turned up, right? Beautiful house in Motherwell.
She can't remember putting it on Facebook.
No, I didn't even know there was nice houses in Motherwell, right? That's how shocking it was. Beautiful house in Motherwell. Massive bungalow. Stunning, right? Cased the joint, went back later on, robbed it. Went in to get it. I didn't know it. An old woman met me
Yeah.
at the door. She went, "Are you Scott?" I says, "I am." She says, "Are you here to get it?" I says, "I am." Come through. And she says, "If you want, I can get my husband to help you." And I went, "That's not a problem." I says, "I'll get out of here in 2 seconds." So I've went to pick it up. This guy then came through, old guy, I assume her husband, went, "Let me get my shoes on." I says, "Mate, honestly, I'll get this shifted, no problem at all." He's like, no, I'll give you a hand. So now he's helping me, even though I don't need, because there's no weight in that. Then an older woman, who I assume is her mother, appears for the kitchen with her arm in a sling, going, "I've no emptied that.
Is it like a Russian doll of elderly
Aye.
women? Just
I've no
continue?
emptied that. You can't have the furniture. Stop stealing my furniture." And then she's saying, "Mother, we've been over this. It's going. It's away." That's it. And I'm going, this old woman thinks I'm fucking nicking her furniture. Now, when I opened it, full of Nazi gold, I was like, "Yeah, I'll take it." But not in it. She's like, "Don't let him take it." I was like, "Get to fuck." I've answered a fucking advert in the marketplace and it's gone. And if you don't stop your shit, you're gone and all. You fucking race, well, fought in the fucking Jew. That's it. Maybe we should put the unedited version of that on the Patreon. That's going to become a segment. The bleep test.
Aye.
That's what that's going to be, where guests have to fucking rant for
just
30
got to,
seconds.
whatever you want, and it's absolutely
Get
fine.
it out, man. It's quite cathartic.
It is. Aye. We're on to something.
I know.
We're on to something.
Yeah.
Dartboard though, there. Or
Yep.
you could put it off camera behind there.
The only thing is we've got this.
You've got that there, so
I
you
think
can
where
put it
you're-
there.
aye,
Aye,
where
I think
you're,
there,
maybe
that's
right.
the spot. But you're going to get bounce outs.
Ugh, these things happen, mate.
Aye, I mean that's
These
life,
things
isn't it?
happen. You can't. You're a bounce out in life.
So theme tune for Top and Tail on the show.
Theme tune.
Are we? How does that work? Are we allowed to use it in existing? Can we use "I'm a Woman" by the people of Maha?
No, but I am glad it's on playlist because it did come up again today as it was blasting through West Linton.
Can we use it? No.
I don't think so, mate.
So
no.
we're gonna have to come up with an
I think
original
we're going
piece
to
of
have to
music.
go with an original piece of music.
Right,
aye.
okay.
So that's on you because you are the music
Well,
man.
what about turning one of your poems into a song for the theme tune?
Good lord. Yes.
I can do that.
Well, I think it has to happen.
The pub was the one that for me.
Okay. I remember that has to be.
I'll look at it then. I could.
I
knock that
still get a tingle in my bollocks whenever you mention that poetry. It cringe beyond belief.
It's
Beyond belief.
I'm
Don't.
I'm
stop
dead.
it.
You see.
The cry for
I'm
help,
already
man.
dead. You see.
You see. Oh God, it's so bad, man. So yes,
It's
we
amazing.
get that. We've got the beat.
The pub.
There's
The
lots.
pub. A place for you and me. The pub. The pub. That's got to be it. I think it's got to be
I
that.
mean, you're going to need to try and maybe work the hashtag show in there somewhere.
No.
Maybe no. Maybe no. It just needs to be a jingle of some sort.
No, I think it's better if it's the pub.
Aye. So there you go. So we need that. We need some guest ideas. So if you're any heroes out there, get in touch. I will get Marty Pello. I'm going to start manifesting that, put it out there.
Mm-hmm.
People who I'd like, Nicola Sturgeon.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a lot to answer for.
Mm.
I'd like to try and get Gregor Fisher on. Rab C.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get the original Council Scumbag, DJ Joe Deacon, Uncle Joe. Uncle Joe's got to appear. Possibly a live video link from Switzerland.
Aye.
Because he'd be as hard to get here as fucking Mal would be.
I don't know. He's in and out of the country quite a lot.
Yes.
I think if you got him in the right setting, I think he'd be all right.
I'll contact the Green Brigade and I'm sure we can organise getting him here under the cover of darkness.
You need to get him. You need to get him driver in. Do you know what I mean? We will need a driver.
And I'll need to organise my gig as well.
Anyway, I was going to say you'll need to
Aye.
have a gig for him to go
There'll need
to.
to be some kind of pub in Hamlin that's looking for.
If he's not leaving
a
to
DJ.
go to a gig,
Aye,
he's
he'll
not
do
in
it.
your company. Aye.
Absolutely not.
Aye.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Aye. So let's. But hey, what was the oyster now, mate? I mean, if you build it, they will come, as Kevin
Aye.
Costner says. Look
I
at us
think
now.
There's plenty of scope now.
Aye, there is. And
The
once
theatre of dreams.
this is it. And once I figure out all the buttons and get the wee overlays and stuff, we'll be jamming.
I'm excited by that.
I know, yeah. I could see a wee face light up.
Just that kind of. That's got me going.
I know.
But we'll try and get a wee jingle.
Aye, we'll get a jingle. We'll get something sorted. Right, hang on. That'll do us. For the first one,
It's been
on
great.
September the 11th,
Aye.
with the Human 9/11, you know.
It's apt.
It's been lovely, isn't it? It's been nice. I've thoroughly. That's my favourite. I really like that because I sound a wee bit pissed.
That's still the best. It's just it's too tempting not to press it all the time.
Aye, you've got to. Well, we'll just have a wee segment where we have the vent. You know what I mean?
The event
The
segment.
guest vent.
But then maybe we need jingles for the segments as well.
Okay.
The bleep test.
Aye. Absolutely.
Let's let's listen. Also for the heroes, if you are if you
Bleep test. Get that racism off your chest. You can say what you want. You can say what you want. Don't worry about what anybody thinks. Beep, beep, beep. That's the theme tune.
for just half a top of your head, that was no bad.
Aye, that's what I do, mate. You know what I mean, I've written,
I mean,
I've written a few songs in my time. You know what I mean?
You are the Bernie Sanders to my Elton John. What was his name? Bernie Humperdinck.
Bernie
What was his name? Bernie what? Bernie
Colonel
Dibble?
Sanders.
Bernie Dribble. What was Elton
know.
John's fucking lyric, man?
I don't know.
You're the
Bernie somebody. He was the guy for
Bernie,
the Friends in
Bernie.
the North.
Get in touch. Get on the YouTube, subscribe so you can watch the videos. Let us know who you'd like to see as a guest. Become a Patreon. Get online. Just get online in general. Get online. That's where life is now. Life's online. And you can see Mr. Ross's wee happy face. You know? It's all happening on the hashtag show. And it'll be fun to see if the auto cuts has
I
happened.
bet, you know what? Imagine if none of this has worked. Like what we're hearing in our heads hasn't even
I don't know what you call that, but that's moving when I speak. So that would make me think that there's some kind of audio happening.
Something's happening.
Something's happening. Something's
Hey,
happening.
do you feel that?
somewhere?
Do you feel it?
I feel the energy.
Something's happening.
And I tell you what has to happen in the studio. The THC episode.
Well, I didn't want to say. I mean, you're saying that, and I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll tell you what I'm talking about.
I don't,
I'm talking about we
Listen,
have got
no,
we
listen,
have got some good stuff coming up for the heroes, because if any needs to be behind a paywall, that needs to be behind a paywall.
Have I got time to nip through for a hand job off Laura?
Of course you have, I mean, they're only a matter of seconds. We also need to do a couple of drunken episodes. We need to get Stephen in there.
we
one night.
carry out. We carry out.
Right, 'cause
Right,
we've got a kitchen in there. And we
Yeah.
get fridge. We can also do Ross tries as well.
we could do all
So we've
sorts
got a
of
hot
stuff.
plate, and we can do the eggs. We've got everything's happening. It's all happening. So this is it. This is the first episode. Put it in your diary. In the new studio, this is the start. It'll only get better
Yeah,
for here.
you feel
Right?
that? You feel that?
It'll only get better for here. Guess, madness,
Bleep
chat,
test.
the bleep test.
Get
If
everything
you've
you
got
want off your chest.
whoever you want to see on, get in touch. We'll go through it. Obviously, you can't have any. But then if you want to send,
So see, the thing is, right? What I've just realised is I think that's only connected to your mic.
it is I. So no. I think if you
So
do,
you're gonna
it'll
pick
touch
up-
you.
If I say, I just,
It
but-
does. No, it does.
but if I say,
No, because I'm no, because I can't hear you either. So it
Is
does cut you. It does cut you. But obviously, you know, I control the edit, so I'll put whatever the fuck I want. I'll put the audio back in. I'll find a way to hack your system. I don't know how any of this was, but I'll find a fucking way. So, lots coming up. THC episode, drunken episodes, guests, fucking topless starts. It's all happening.
aye.
And just because this is the first one with videos and cameras and whatnot, Ross, camera 3, that's your camera. Send off to the heroes.
Thanks very much for watching and listening. It's a pleasure to be back. We miss you all very much, and can't wait to see what this becomes.
That was actually quite nice.
Yeah.
And it's odd because I'm watching that on the telly, but you're right here in front of me, and I could just be watching you doing that.
This is it's a 3D immersive. My senses are getting overloaded.
That's why if you come inside the hashtag studio, your senses will be overloaded. It's the only way. It's the only way I can describe it. I'm just glad you like it, mate. I'm glad you
It's
like
great.
it and you're here and
It's
we
great.
can see. And
I wish everybody could. I think in time people will come down here and go, "Oh, this is where it really all happened. This is where it all happened."
maybe we'll see. But listen, heroes. There you go. Be far for you said it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Those of you who have saw this on on YouTube, whatever it is. And we'll be back for more episodes coming up because we've got the gear now. So take care of yourselves. Look after each other. Love is our currency. Almost.
Bye bye.
I don't know how you stop it then.